Okay, so today I'll be sharing exactly why you need to stop guessing, stop hoping, and stop treating your startup like a lottery ticket. I've seen a lot of founders where, like, what they do is they guess. They guess, oh, the strategy will work. Maybe we should run ads. Maybe we should actually build an email list. Maybe we should build a funnel. Maybe we should use influencers, creators, digital creators. You need to stop guessing. And the part of hoping is actually very funny, where you see founders hoping that, oh, the strategy will work, oh, my startup will actually make the round this season. And a lot of founders, I call them tourists, they actually treat their startup like a lottery ticket. They build 10 startups, hoping that at least one of them will be like a hit. And that is the problem. And you need to stop that. So in this session, I'll be breaking down how to actually stop that and what you need to do and how this club will actually help you to get clarity as a startup, for you to stop guessing, and the right community, the right network you need to actually grow a startup. So first, you might be asking, who is this person? My name is Sam Fremi. I'm a growth architect. I help founders take the product they've already built, and install growth systems that is required for them to actually sell it. So I've engineered distribution for companies that have scaled to millions in revenue. So right now, your problem is probably you're trapped in the builder's trap. You spend probably 90% of your time coding features, hoping that if the product is good enough, users will actually show up. Or you're busy trying different things, thinking of what to actually build. So, but that is the old way actually. The result of this strategy that you're currently carrying out is burnout, low revenue, and anxiety. The future you need is actually different. It's the reality in where you spend 20% of your time building and 80% of your time pouring for into a predictable growth machine or a growth engine or revenue engine that actually acquires, activates, and monetize users while you sleep. Let me repeat that. You need a predictable growth engine, a revenue machine that actually acquires, activates, and monetize users while you sleep. So here is the hard truth. Your code is not your business. Building software is easy, even in this era of vibe coding and AI, making shipping like shipping products now is now a commodity. The problem isn't that your product isn't good enough. The problem is that you're invincible. You're trying to solve a distribution problem with more coding and more engineering. So I see the story every day. A brilliant founder builds a great MVP. They launch a good aunt, they get a spike of traffic, they get 50 users, they feel like geniuses. Then 2 weeks later, silence. Churn goes up, new sign of failure. The founder panics. So that's actually the problem. So you see a lot of startup founders, they try this, try that, or they launch and the first week, second week, they see the spike in users, and then 2 weeks later, silence. I think it's a graveyard. So the panic and they start running ads, they start trying blog posts, you just keep burning cash that probably you got from investors, and then you start burning cash. You also burn energy. Eventually, what you need to do is to find distribution. So you're failing because your OS, your operating system, is actually broken. You're operating as a product builder, but the market rewards the distribution architect. And that is what you need to become for you to actually move past this. So the first issue is the feature fallacy, which is that you believe that better features equal more customers. This is actually true to an extent, but if you look at your competitors, they have the worst product, but they are making 10x more money than you. And why? Because they have a better distribution system. Users can't buy the best product, they buy the product they can find. And if they can't find you, they can't actually subscribe or get your product. The second thing you need to actually take note of is isolation. They're trying to figure out everything alone.
You're trying to figure out marketing, figure out distribution in your bedroom.
So, this is the isolation trap. You trying to figure out everything alone. You're reinventing the wheel while you spend 3 weeks testing the pricing model another founder has already proven which one works. So, you're paying for lessons with your time when you could just copy
The answer key. So the point three is also the agency illusion. You think you can just hire someone to do this for you later.
what we've seen is that marketing agencies are expensive rental services. They charge you $5,000 a month to rent their system. When you stop paying, the growth stops. You build no equity, you own no leverage. So, one thing with agencies is that they charge you a lot, like a lot. And the problem is that there is
So little you can control. And the problem is that they are servicing probably 50 people
or 50 businesses or 5, 10 businesses. They are not giving you the best that you deserve. So, you don't need to write more code. You don't need to hire an expensive agency, and you definitely don't need to wait for the word of mouth. You need to install the Growth OS, which is the startup growth operating system, and you cannot do it alone. This is why I built the Startup Growth Club. It is not a course. It is not a support group like people usually say. It's not the community, the average community that you see out there. It's the Growth HQ for founders. What I mean by Growth HQ, I mean everything we'll be discussing on this platform. It's all about your growth, your startup growth, and how to get distribution for your startup. You see the founders platform that you join that are out there, they do everything, probably coding, technical, whatever you can think of, just name it. But we are going to be focusing solely on how to scale your revenue, scale your users, scale your retention, reduce churn, and also activate more users. And we're going to be treating everything you need to know about building that distribution that your startup needs. So I call it the Growth HQ for founders who are ready to engineer $1 billion moat. It is the bridge between just building and actually scaling. So you might have a question, does this work? As like, what is the assurance that this works? We've seen results from several SaaS companies that have implemented the protocols that are inside this community, this club. And this same framework is what companies like Slack, Figma, Notion, Canva, and many more are using. So definitely it works and it is still working. And we keep on improving and making it better in the community. So when you join the club, we install 3 pillars in your business. The first one is the Growth Vault, where you get the blueprint. So you need to stop searching Google, using ChatGPT, Claude AI. You get immediate access to every library that we have for the growth systems. I'm talking about framework, SOPs, templates, scripts, cold email flows, landing page structures, pricing models. You don't need to actually create things from scratch. You get things that are actually working in the industry that you're currently at, and you get access to everything which you can just copy, paste, and deploy. So the second thing you'll be getting is the network, and network is useless if you're not getting signal from it. So in the growth community, you get signal into what is actually working currently and what you can implement currently. And you can drop questions on the community where you get to ask different growth questions, or what tools are they using? What tools do you need to implement? These are the things that you get inside the community. You get access to a vetted community of builders. When you have a question, you get an answer from someone who has solved that exact problem yesterday. So the third one is the pillar, which is we talk about the architect. You get an oversight. You get someone that will directly serve you, like an access to an expert mentor. You also get access to me, where we get to have hot seat calls. What I mean by hot seat is where we get to have one-on-one calls. I dissect the problem that you're currently having and I share the solution to that problem. So we'll pull up your project, tear down your funnel, tear down exactly what you need to do to fix the problem. So you imagine having access to an advisor, having access to a CMO,
So you have direct access to other mentors and also to me. So other sweet benefits you get once you join the club. We have a monthly protocol where every month we drop new tactical framework, and we also dissect what is working right now in the market, from AI acquisition loops to B2B cold outreach architecture or infrastructure. So the next one, which is the hot seat, where you get to have a Q&A calls. We put specific business on the screen, diagnose your bottleneck, and prescribe the solution in real time. So we also have a growth event. We're going to be having masterminds, conferences, and you get the first and exclusive access to these programs. And you get discounts if it requires payment for this event. So you get first access, VIP access to this event, both physical and virtual. So who is this program or this club? Who is the club for? This community, who is it for? The post MVP plateau. You have a great product, you have a few users, but you absolutely have no system to acquire the next 100 users. The next one is the hustle trap. You have the revenue, but it relies on your personal energy as a founder. You need the blueprints to build a team and systems that actually scales without you. The capital deployer, that's the next one. You're sitting on a cash, like probably from investor, bootstrap, your family funds, whatever cash, probably for work or savings, and you want to validate your strategy with other high-level operators before you burn it on ads. So this is where you actually validate your ideas, your strategies before you actually go ahead with it. So this place is for you. The technical builder, that's the next one. You are a brilliant developer who can code any feature, build any product, but you need a growth architect in your pockets to handle the distribution. You don't know the business side, you don't know how to get users, you don't know how to build systems that actually help your product to sell itself. So that's why you need this club. The next one is the frustrated operator. You're tired of relying on outdated GTM playbooks, and you want to see what's actually working currently and what other founders are using to actually scale, then this club is for you. The tourist, you're done building random ideas. This actually is funny to me. People that build a lot of startups and then probably 100, they vibe code 100 startups and hoping that one will actually work. So you're done building random ideas. You're ready to sit down, learn the architecture, and build a real company. Then this place is for you. Who is this not for? The tourist. If you're just trying out ideas, and you're not committed, I don't recommend you join. The lottery player, you want a get rich quick button. This is not for you. This is a growth engineering, not magic. You need to actually do the work. So joining the club is not like immediately you get results or you start making billions. You have to actually implement, do the work, join sessions, jump on calls, and you're ready to build. You have that obsession, that focus on building the right startup. So to hire me as a fractional CMO costs at least $15,000 a month. To hire an agency costs $5,000 a month. The startup growth gives you the same system, the same blueprint, the same oversight over the fraction of the cost that you'll be paying a single intern. You're not spending money, you're buying a permanent asset for your company. So this is an asset that you will not regret. So how do we work together, and what is the investment? I'm sure you're currently asking this question. What do I need to do to actually get into this club? So traditional coaching programs trap you in high ticket commitments with low value. I actually don't. My goal is to give you the resources to build the machine yourself at a fraction of the cost of a consultant. So this is how we structure the club, as a continuous feedback loop. Here's the mechanism. The phase one, we give you access to the vault. You check the SOPs, the frameworks, and everything. And then the phase two is where you implement what we've shared with you. And then you get a one-on-one access to me where we get to dissect your company and then give you the frameworks that you need. The phase three is the optimization. You join live calls, we review your data, we tweak your funnel, then you compound your results. So you assess the frameworks through the one-on-one session, the implementation you build, and then we refine. We keep optimizing your startup. So the investment structure, you're buying a fractional growth team for less than the price of an intern. So currently, this is a lifetime offer. I'm currently offering a lifetime membership where the amount you pay now is the amount you just pay once and it's forever. We're going to be opening up the monthly membership probably in the next month or very soon, and also annual membership. But since the club is just starting out and we are opening up for lifetime membership just to make it very interesting for you and for you to jump on this as soon as possible and for you to actually assess everything that we have to offer. So once you pay the amount, you are assessing it for life. You are not paying any monthly fee in the future or forever. So, but if we stop this lifetime membership fee, the next set of people that actually miss this offer would definitely pay for monthly membership. So if you're watching this video and we've stopped the lifetime membership, then probably you've missed that. And then you need to pay for the monthly or the annual membership. So the exact cost, hiring a CMO actually costs like probably 15K per month. Hiring an agency costs 5K, but the startup group is just priced as a no-brainer line item in your P and L, so your profit and loss. So the questions we actually get from founders like you is, I don't have time. So the problem with this question is you don't have time because you are inefficient. The club gives you template to save you 20 hours a week of guessing. So the time that you're saying you don't have to join the club is what you'll be getting actually when you join the club. You'll get frameworks on how to build your startup in such a way that you don't have to actually be 100% involved all the time. You build systems around the startup to scale without you. So the next question is, my product is too niche. The math of growth is universal. If you sell to humans, then this system works. We have members in AI, B2B, EdTech, and construction that are actually in our community, like the free community and the newsletter. So if you want to join the premium club, this is the premium club, then you need to join right now. Your product is not too niche. If you're not a good fit, then we'll let you know. So I'm not ready yet. The best time to install a foundation is before you build the house. Joining now saves you 2 years of wasted time and also rebuilding later. So another question we usually get is, why can't I just learn this on YouTube? Because information without context is noise. If free videos were enough, you would already be making 10 million ARR. You're not missing information, you're missing the structured blueprints and specific feedback. So is this a course or a community? No, it's a growth ecosystem actually. A course is static, it dies the moment you finish it. The club is dynamic. You get the course material, you get the community, you get the network, you get the coaches, everything you need to actually scale your startup. Will this work for my specific niche? Yes. Or your country? This program is open to any founder wherever you are. You can actually join the community. Yes, you can join from anywhere. Do I get access to update? Yes, as long as you're a member, you'll get every new framework, every new template, and every new strategy we discover. So right now you have a choice. You can choose to close this window and go back to your code editor. You can hope that the market discovers you. You can stay as an employee of your own startup, or you join the club. You join the club of founders that are making it, that are in the system, the current system or the current growth system that is actually working. So you can become the architect who builds a machine that prints revenue consistently. So the blueprints are waiting. Join the Startup Book Club. You can apply by using the link below, and then I'll see you on the inside. So if you want to join the exclusive premium club for founders, then this is what you need. If you're interested in growth and not just everything about founder, like probably you're not interested in the news, you're not interested in who just won the VC funds this month. You're interested in actually sitting down to grow your startup, then this club is for you. So I'm hoping to see you on the inside. So just apply below, and then we're definitely going to talk.